Have you ever tried to change something about yourself, a behavior or a habit, something that you just didn't want to do anymore? Like, for instance, lose 10, 20 pounds, stop eating junk food, become healthy, stop doing drugs, stop drinking, yada, 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 sex, whatever it is that you were trying to quit. You ever have something like that in your life and you just think that your life would be better if you could just put it down and leave it alone? But you just seem to keep failing and not being able to accomplish what you said you wanted to do. And it leaves you feeling like crap, not good about yourself. And you just give up and say, the hell with it. And then when someone says, hey, well, have you tried? What did you do? Maybe you want to lose the weight or stop, eat healthier. And you'll say, well, I tried. And they'll say, oh, really? Well, what did you do? And you're like, well, I just couldn't stop eating the carbs, or I just couldn't stop eating this, or I couldn't stop. I kept ordering Uber Eats, and each time I ordered it, there was a voice in the back of my head that told me, you know, we shouldn't do this, we should quit. And then there was another voice on the other side of my brain saying, fuck it, let's just do it one more time, we can quit tomorrow, dude, there's always tomorrow, do it tomorrow. And so, yeah, and I just keep doing it, and then tomorrow comes and it's deja vu. It happens over and over again. I just can't do it. I tried. And they might look at you and be like, so what you're telling me is if you'd stop doing that behavior, then you would get what you want? And they're like, yeah, I guess that's what I'm telling you, but I can't stop doing it. What do you do in those situations? I mean, when you think about, hey, I want to be sober, or I want to lose weight, or I don't want to eat junk food anymore, you state what you want, and then there's a disconnect there. What is the word I'm looking for? Where it's not in alignment with what you're saying. Your actions are like doing the opposite of what you say you want. And so when you think about these things like, oh, I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to do this, and I'm not going to eat like that anymore, I'm going to lose 10 pounds, and I'm going to not smoke another cigarette, and I'm going to quit doing drugs, and I'm not going to have a drink this night, and I'm not. And when you say that, I'm not going to diet tomorrow, what happens? You don't believe yourself. It's more like hope. I hope I change tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I will finally find the motivation that just kicks me in the butt and sparks a fire, and I'll just change, and it'll be just like that, and it'll be effortless, and I'll feel so much better about myself. That's hope. You ever feel like that? And all it is just a choice. Every time I use Kratom or I hit this thing, it's a freaking choice to be made. And I say, I'll quit soon. I will quit soon. I'll do that. And then tomorrow comes, the alarm clock goes off, I jump up, and I go about my day. Then I go pee. This nicotine, whether it be cigarette or vaping, has been with me since March of 1993. I've been through many addictive substances, and this one's always been there with me. All through it all. The hardest one to kick. Why is that? Is it because it's sold in a store? Because we see the normalcy of it? We see that everybody around us is doing it? I mean, honestly, to me, when I see people smoking cigarettes, I just see idiots. Sorry if you smoke cigarettes. I'm like, oh, that's like writing with a number 2 pencil nowadays. By the way, writing with actual manual instead of just typing and texting and keyboards is actually pretty magical. And if you don't do it for a long time, you get really sucky at it. You're right, like that. What do they call it? Chicken scratch? Anyway, squirrel. We can change these habits by choosing to make the choice to stop and figuring out what we're going to do in place of that. Because you got to have something. Just like relationships. The rebound relationship, you know, of the girl that breaks up with a guy and she has to have a boyfriend next week. Yeah. You know, the whole rebound thing. It's finding something to replace the old thing, you know? That's what we need to do with habits. Hopefully we replace it with a better habit. Something less evil. Which it appears we seem to go for the less evil that's still kind of evil instead of just going all out healthy for ourselves a lot of times. Do you get what I'm saying? Like I'm still doing nicotine, but I'm doing it with man-made chemicals now instead of combustible cigarettes. Anyway, I think I want to leave you here right now with that thought, that process of how we hope we change and how tomorrow never comes when we live like that. I really want to tell you right now that I'm going to quit doing my habits right now, which is going against what I'm trying to preach here on this video. But I'm like you. I'm just talking about it. I'm just hoping, dreaming, instead of making permanent change. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.